Bob Dudley is the managing director of BP. He joins us from Houston. Good morning.
Good morning, Harry.
Talk to me a little bit. You're making this clean cut on this riser pipe, and if you can make that clean cut, this idea of putting this dome on there, the last time you tried the dome, there were problems with these hydrates and this freezing. Have you solved that problem?
Well, Harry, we are intent on minimizing and eliminating the flow of oil into the Gulf. We've been working with science teams from the federal government, and we are now well underway in a series of containment activities, starting with the placement of that dome over the top of the well. In about later on this morning, you should see these robots putting giant shears to cutting parts of that pipe about 35 feet away from the wellhead, followed by a robot making a clean diamond saw cut across the top of it. That will allow us to put this dome down. We learned a lot from the first time with the formation of this hydrates. This time, it's a pipe within a pipe. We're going to pump warm seawater down the sides of it with a little methanol injected into it. We think we can overcome those hydrate problems.
Right. On the top kill, hang on one second. On the top kill, you guys said, well, we feel like we have about 60 to 70% chance of having this work. What would you gauge your percentage ability to get this to work?
This is better chance, definitely better. We're not working with those high pressures and pumping that we weren't sure we would able to even connect up. The guys that are running the robots, this is something that they know how to do. We've got to make sure the cutting is probably the critical piece. We may have to try a couple of blades to do it, but in an engineering sense, this is much more straightforward. And Harry, this is only the first step. Within a couple of weeks, we're going to take the same small city of pipes down there that we used to pump the heavy mud, connect it also to the well, reverse the flow out to create a second channel of oil and gas to the surface.
Right. The problem is the problem is if this dome doesn't work, you've got this clean cut on there, which means even more oil is coming out than before, right?
Well, there will be a little bit more oil, somewhere with some estimates range between 0 and 20% more.
Well, 20% is not insignificant if thousands and thousands of barrels of oil are pouring out of there.
Well, I think you will see that these containment domes will work. We have 4 of them on the site, depending on how the cut is, to be able to lift it down by the end of the week here.
Yeah. Attorney General Holder is heading down there very quickly. He's heading to the Gulf. Does BP have anything to worry about in terms of criminal charges being brought against it in what happened here in the last month and a half?
Well, Harry, I think we've done everything we can to react and respond to this accident that we all want to get to the bottom of and understand why. There was equipment failures through this accident that are unprecedented in the oil and gas industry. We've mobilized the largest oil and gas spill response along with the Coast Guard. I don't think anybody could say we have stepped back and waited and walked away from this.
That really wasn't the question. Bob Dudley, we got to thank you for your time. We got to run now. Thank you very much.
A lot happens early on The Early Show, weekday mornings on CBS.